Hello, this is Lisa Hazard and Misty Lure with We're All Psychic. Today we have Deanne, or am I supposed to call you Nancy?
Either one.
And Misty, would you like to ask the question?
Yes, I would. D, do you think we're all psychic?
Of course we are. We just have to open up to that capability and that ability.
Oh, how do you think would be a good way to explain that to somebody who doesn't believe it?
Oh, it's hard to explain to someone that doesn't believe it. That is one thing. They have to be open to
Yes.
believe. I don't know how to. I explain it in the store every day, and it's really based on who I'm explaining it to.
That is a really good answer. So yes, that's what we have. Deanne or Nancy, however she prefers you to call her, or D, runs a metaphysical shop in Hartselle, Alabama, where I work as a reader when COVID's not happening. And Misty is where I met Misty was at Amethyst Sage. That's what shop she runs. And so we wanted to have her on the show. We want to have 2 episodes, hopefully. But for this episode, we just wanted to talk to her about what it's like to run a metaphysical shop and what kind of people she sees. So that's why I thought that would be a neat first question for her. I figured you'd
Yes.
say yes. But it is a hard
Yes,
answer, but that what you said, each person is very different.
they
So
are.
when someone asks you what you do now for a living, what do you tell them?
I run a metaphysical new age shop, or if it's somebody I think that can really take it, I'll tell them I run a witch shop.
Nice. I like it.
That's why I love her.
How do people respond to that now in the South, in this like small town like that?
Actually, I'm very surprised because I grew up in small town Hartselle, where I live now, and where my shop is. And I was nervous about opening up a shop here in Hartselle, but I've been so welcomed. I've not run into any problems. The worst thing that's ever been said to me is a gentleman came in, and he really didn't think. I don't think he was a doing it as threatening, but just inquisitive type. And he's like, "I am so shocked Hartselle hadn't burnt you down yet."
That's the
You
meanest. Yeah, it's
know?
pretty nice. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it was at a shock that Hartselle was accepting. But there are so many people here, so many that are coming out of the closet, if you want to call it that, or
The broom
just, I
closet.
mean, the broom closet, or just now opening up,
Yeah.
with all the new awakening that's been going
Is
on.
that what happened to you? What made you want to open a
Yeah,
metaphysical shop?
well, I've dabbled off and on. When I was a teenager or when I was young, I had gifts, and of course, I was raised in a very religious family, and I was told, no, 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 that's the devil. We don't talk about it. So I shut them off. As a teenager, I dabbled and I got scared. I did something stupid and I got scared. So I cut it back off. Well, I was trying to figure out, I wanted to open another business because I've had previous businesses, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to open up. And I'd actually started meditating again. And well, the way I meditate, because I don't meditate like normal people.
You don't do anything like normal people.
I don't. I need my brain to slow
Yeah.
down to meditate.
I like it though.
Yeah, but I'd been out on my back porch. I guess you could call it doing a meditation, smoking a cigarette, whatever you want to call it. And I was walking back into my dining room, and a voice that was not mine said New Age Metaphysical Store. And that's how this place came to be.
Yeah. Have you ever figured out who that voice is?
I have not.
Hmm.
I think it was one of my spirit guides. I really did.
Yeah.
It was one of my spirit guides who knew that this is what I needed to do.
Yep.
And I love the shop personally. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, I do too.
So what kind of people do you have that come in? Like it's variety, or people like experienced, not experienced?
I have a variety. I have people who I learn from because they'll come in and they're so knowledgeable and they'll start talking about something. I'm like, wait a minute. I need to answer. You need to
Yeah.
dumb it down for me,
Yeah, write it down too.
Yeah, dumb it
Yeah.
down because there's so much that goes through my head. I can't, maintain a lot of it
Oh yeah.
unless I need it. And it seems like when I need it, it comes out.
Yeah.
Um, but I have beginners, which is when we teach some classes. I have Miss Marlena, my little sweet 14-year-old, who teaches beginning classes, which is grounding and protection. That the newbies, that's what we do for them, and kind of explain to them what's happening to them.
Yes. Give them
Because
words.
give
Yes.
them words, because they get scared, they get nervous, oh my gosh, I saw a demon. Well, what did you say to it? I was scared. I said, no, you tell it to go away.
Yeah.
You just
I
tell it,
didn't
don't
learn that for a while.
leave you
Yeah.
alone.
Hmm.
So wait,
You don't.
so tell us what kind of stuff you sell. Tell the audience what kind of stuff that
Oh,
is
we
considered new
sell,
age metaphysical at the shop that you have.
we have crystals. I think last count we have over 65 different crystals. They're tumbled, and then I have some of the bigger pieces of crystal. And then we have herbs and incense. I have 165 dry herbs, including your black salts, and some of the herbs are from medicinal, some are for magical, some are just both.
Hmm.
Um, we have candles. Um, I make the candles, putting the intention into our 7-day candles for the shop. And then we have different local artists that come in. I've got Miss Lisa, who brings her rings and sells them in here. I have a lady who does spell jars, who is going to be teaching or doing workshops, spell jar workshops, to teach people how to do spell jars. I have, oh my goodness, I don't know what all I've got.
You've got a lot more than that. She's got a little
She's
bit of
got
everything.
tarot cards. She's
Tarot
got,
cards
oh my gosh,
and
and all
she
kind of
does
oracle
essential oils
cards.
and oh my goodness, feathers,
Feathers,
Yes.
oils,
feathers,
spell
locally made.
tips, ghosts. They do have
Yeah,
ghosts.
oh yeah, my cranky old man.
The cranky old man lives in the office.
Cranky old man lives in my office.
There
Yeah.
are a lot of interesting things
Books.
that happened. Oh yeah, there's books. She's got it all.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's a
books.
lot of interesting things that happened when I was able to work up there before COVID. I remember one time nobody was in the store, just you, Marlena, and maybe Randy, and that's her husband, and me, and we were in there. No, I don't think Randy was there. It was the day we were talking about the oranges. He kept smelling the oranges. Do you remember that?
Yes, yes, I
And
do.
nothing orange, like Marlena, way in her healing room on the other side, she said she was burning a lemon candle, but this was
Right,
oranges, the
right,
smell of oranges just coursing through the whole shop.
right,
And I remembered that when I first started working there, I was wearing white diamond powder that my husband had gotten from his grandmother.
right.
And you had made a comment like, I just keep smelling white diamonds, and that reminds me of my mother. And I thought at the time when I got
Yeah,
home, oh, it's that powder. I didn't want to tell you and disappoint you.
right.
So I brought that up that day when we smelled the oranges. And I said, because you said it reminded you of your mother. I said, do you think your mother's
Hmm.
doing that? And then I told you about the powder and then the smell. Do you remember how strong it
Oh
was?
yeah, it just
And just
got
like
really strong.
breeze
Hmm.
right through
Oh,
it. Yeah.
wow.
Stuff like that
Right.
happens up there a lot. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, and
Love
I
it.
have more than cranky old man up here. I have
Yeah.
several in the back, and some people are scared of them. When I first came in, I was scared. But now we just kind of have a working relationship. They stay back there. I stay where but they're very protective. They're very protective of
Yeah.
the store and
That's
very
good.
protective of me.
That's good.
So they, I've had them go to places with me that I
Oh,
knew there
yeah.
was going to be some negative energy. My cousin's house, where she has all the trouble,
Yeah.
they have went with me and Marlena out there and protected it.
Wow, that's really cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Um,
Everybody
one of
needs that.
right, and I'm still trying to figure out if it was one of them that followed me home. I was telling you about the
Oh,
guy that followed me
yeah.
home
Wait, I
and
didn't know
woke up.
about that.
Oh, I woke up in the middle of the night, and there was a man standing beside my bed. I was half awake, half asleep. And there was a man standing beside my bed in a brown bomber jacket and a cap of some kind. And he just looked at me, leaned down, kissed me on the forehead about where my third eye would be. And I had the most protective, calming feeling. I
Oh,
wasn't scared.
wow.
Like it was almost, I don't know how to explain it. It was just so calming.
That's just
That's
great.
awesome.
Yeah. Like,
So I
when you
saw,
say it, like, you do have a good way of speaking. When you say it, it's almost like it's happening. Like, I can
yeah.
experience it. You're
Yeah.
good at that. Um,
Yeah.
so what do you when you see new people coming into the shop, what kind of stuff are they looking to get? What are they interested? I know I've been there where people say to you, I'm interested. Where do I start? And you always say, what do
Yeah,
you always say?
normally I say with the crystals, well, start is the grounding protection.
Yeah, and
I
you
want
also say
that's
trust your
one thing.
intuition as far as which direction to
Right,
go to.
right. Trust your
Yes.
intuition. Use because you can sit there and research all day long and come up with 50 different answers to one question about how to do something, and none of it resonate with you. It has
Mm-hmm.
to be, but then there might be something that resonates from this article, but the rest of it doesn't. And then something else resonates for another article or another website or whatever. And I say use your intuition because the strongest magic out there is what you put out. What is
Yep.
yours?
Yep.
You
That's
I
really
know,
cool.
agree.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
you
Yes.
can
How
look
do
up
they
spells.
respond? How do they usually respond? Like, kind of, what are you talking about? Or do they get
Yeah, sometimes.
it?
Well, it's according. Some days, some don't. Um, some of them I love when they're not sure about it. I'll tell them. I say,
Yeah.
take them to the crystals, and I'll
Yeah.
Shiny,
use my
shiny.
intuition to pull out a crystal that I think that they need, and then I'll have them use their energy to pick out the crystal. And I'll tell that's them using their energy and using what resonates with them to pick out what they need.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really cool. And what about the people
Yeah.
who have been in doing this, like studying metaphysics for a long time, or or witchcraft, or psychic stuff like I have? Um, what about the most experienced types? What do they usually do when they come in that you can tell?
Usually herbs, usually crystals. And you can tell a lot of times when the more experienced come in, you can feel them kind of, okay, what kind of energy's in here?
They're
You know,
feeling it
and
out. Yeah,
they're
yeah,
feeling it out. And I have so many people tell me they just love coming in for the energy.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
just love coming in for the calming.
Well, I would
That makes me
imagine. Yeah.
think of the first time I got one of your candles that you made. Misty was saying before we started the podcast, we would like to do two, hopefully, or talk about it during this podcast, but I still want to do two. But Deanne does make candles, and she taught me how to work with candle magic and candles and stuff like that. I have a bunch of candles burning right now, probably because of her. But her candle, the first time I got one of her candles and lit it in my living room, the whole living room just started feeling like I was in the shop. The energy of the room felt like the shop. And it always feels good in the
Ooh.
shop. Yeah. It was really cool. Yeah. Those candles, they're wonderful.
I need to light more of them.
yeah.
So
I,
when people do come in and they want to talk about not necessarily like the objects, like when they want to learn like for a class, a tarot class or astral travel class or protection class, um, what are they like? What is their goal? Do they have goals usually? I mean, are they like, I eventually want to be able to blah blah blah? Or are they just trying to control themselves? Or is there
I
a
think
mixture?
some do, some have goals, and then some are just taken out of curiosity.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
They're curious as to, hey, could I do that?
yeah.
You
Well,
I
I
know,
think
imagine if
everybody's coming in, anybody that walks in the store already is curious and wanting to know something. You know what I mean?
not
So you just kind of,
necessarily.
really? Well, do tell.
She's making fun of her clientele.
No, I'm not.
I know, I'm just
No,
teasing.
I am not.
They're gonna
I
laugh with
love my
you.
folks. I love my
There's
folks.
nobody bad who
Um,
comes in there.
no, but
Yeah.
I've had several people come in not realizing what kind of store we have.
Yeah,
Oh, well, yeah,
yeah.
that's different,
They come
though.
in
That's
thinking
different.
we're a thrift store, or because there used to be a
No.
thrift store in this building. So they think we're
Mhm.
still a thrift store. And so, yeah, it's really funny.
Surprise.
And it's
No, I mean,
people,
like if they
right,
know what the store is and they're
right,
coming in, they kind of already are curious about it. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yes, yeah, and they are. And that's the reason I try, um, especially with new folks, I have somebody who could teach just about any class.
You do.
It's not always the same person, because there's certain people specialize in different things, but there's
That's right.
somebody either I can contact that that may not be affiliated with the store but has come in and said, "Hey, yeah, I'd love to do classes sometimes." I
You're
could,
helping
you know,
people.
right, and that's what my purpose to open the shop. I really and truly feel like it was to help people heal and help
Well, it's
people
helped
open
me.
up.
Gosh, it's helped me so much.
It's helped me
Yeah.
too.
I
Yeah,
mean,
all
I
of
want
us.
people to know they're not the only ones out there.
And I think you're
Um,
letting them know, especially in our area where people
right,
aren't always
Yes.
accepted. And they're more so now. We've
yes,
talked about that before on the podcast.
right.
But you offer like people to really let it out, let their
Yeah,
crazy hang out, if you want to call it crazy, or their
right,
strange thoughts, the strange ideas they have that they don't know anything about. Then they might
Mm-hmm.
meet someone at the shop who has that same idea or had that same
right,
experience or something. They can finally say, this was real. You know what this is, or you have an idea. And I've seen that happen a lot up there. There's a lot of people who just
right.
kind of linger and hang out and listen. Not all the
Oh
time, but
yeah,
Right.
there's different times. It seems like there's people who come in and they all
Yeah.
gather and they share
And
their
so many
stories.
oh
friendships.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I love
friendships.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
oh
I
yeah. There's
love the
a lot of
conversations we
friendship.
have.
Hmm. I don't mind people coming in and hanging out. We make herbal teas in the teapot sometimes, and just, hey, have a cup of tea and let's talk. Um, and I know you can't see my store through the podcast, but I have polls throughout the store. And one of the things I'll tell people, that are new to this or are questioning where do they stand, what are the, I'm crazy. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're not crazy,
Yeah.
number one. And I'll tell them, if somebody were to come in and tell me one of those poles was their God, I'd say, I'm glad you found him.
Yeah.
Because
Which one?
I'm not,
Wait. I don't
yeah,
like that poll, but that poll's good.
yeah, that was it. But my thing is I'm
Marissa
not here
danced
to.
on that poll.
Oh my God, I can't.
But I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm here to help them. I'm not here to
Yeah.
judge.
I think
Who am
everyone
I to
feels that way when they
judge?
come in. They
They
feel like
do,
you're
or
Right,
there to
otherwise
help.
they wouldn't open up. Yeah.
right. Because I mean, I've heard some stories, but I'm not one that's going to go out and share all the stories I hear either.
Oh no. And I
You
do have a
know,
question. Like what do you think is the most like well this is like a good interview question. Like the best part of
Mhm.
running a metaphysical shop and the downside. Is there an upside and a downside?
The upside is getting to help people. You know, um, to me, I've been told I'm a healer. I don't know if it's the healer that comes out of me that wants to help people to accept who they are.
Yes. I think that is
Yeah, I do too.
very
I
true.
won't, because there's so much, especially nowadays, that people are battling within themselves about stuff, and just to me that letting them know they're not alone is one
Hmm.
less thing they have to battle.
And that you can help them with that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
The downside is it is exhausting.
It is, yeah.
It is. It is.
It's not number
Energetically,
crunching.
it's right, right. No, I mean, I was really surprised. My husband, as you know, backed me in opening the store. Um, and he's like, "Well, I hope you're not wasting my money," because he took a retirement. He took some of his retirement out from a previous job, and within the first 3 to 4 months, the business was supporting itself. Um,
Which is unheard of.
Yeah, it
Right.
usually takes a year at least before you even get
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I finally started getting a little bitty paycheck out of it, and I mean little bitty, but
It'll
but
grow.
it's growing, and it is. It's still maintaining itself. Yeah, there's been months I've worried, but I shouldn't because I was told to do this, and the universe is going to provide for me.
Yep. Yep. I agree.
Universe is going to provide.
Well, y'all
Um,
don't understand how hard this woman works.
Yeah,
Like,
she
she
really
works
works her butt off.
all the time. Like, if she's not in a shop, she's working on her phone or she's doing paperwork. I mean, she works harder than
All the
anybody
time.
I know,
Yeah.
all the time.
Seems like
She needs
most
a
metaphysical
break.
shop owners work their butts off. All the ones I've
oh
known have
yeah,
always worked their butts off. Yeah, because it's
Because
it's
it's their
one of those jobs.
passion.
It is a passion, and it's like a lot of people involved in this kind of work. Well, I don't want to use the word flaky, but we have emotions
it's
that take over,
Yeah.
that take everything
yeah,
over, and people
yeah,
going, experiencing working with energy and stuff like that. They're a lot of us haven't always grounded ourselves all the way to be working in a metaphysical shop or to spend that much time
Yes.
around so many different energies because people come in there
right.
with their energy on.
Oh
They're
yeah,
on. They want to interact about this stuff. They want to talk to someone. They want to, maybe they want to hide it
Yes.
and look from behind the
right,
counter at everybody else. They're just so curious is the main thing that comes through to me. And they when they talk to you, I watch them try to like kind of impress you. Maybe I don't know if it's the right word, but like show you that they're knowledgeable. Like I don't know how to
right,
explain it, but they do. They want to share that with you when they come in. They want to tell you everything they know. That they do know this. You bring that out, and people like it gets them excited to
right.
talk about
Right.
it and stuff.
It makes it easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Misty, do you have any questions for Deanne? Or-
Yeah. I do. So what, I know that you don't want to tell other people's stories, okay? But what's the coolest story that you could tell us about a person that's come in? And you don't have to name names or anything like that.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm one of those that I'll listen to the stories and please don't get it, but there's so much that comes in. I
Yeah.
can't keep it all. I can't
Yeah.
retain
I
it all.
know.
You know,
Is there one that stands out?
there's just so many good ones. I mean,
Isn't there though?
yeah, I love the thing I love most is watching people learn how to use their energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, right after I opened, I had a young girl, and I don't even remember who she was. She may still be a customer, she may not, and please forgive me if you are. But I remember showing them, even at the herb section, how to use their energy to pick out the right herbs, and just the
Can you
look on
describe
their
what that? Can
face.
you describe that? How you did it, and so that because the listeners, so they know what we know, we've seen it, but they
Right.
don't know.
Well, with the herbs, you just kind of concentrate on what you want them to do, what you're wanting the herb for, whether it be protection, self love. Um, that's the main two: protection, love, and prosperity are the main things that people want when they come in.
Yeah.
Um, so just go to the herb section and just kind of close your eyes. We have a bunch of jars of herbs, and just run your hand. You don't even have to touch the jars. Just run your hand in front of the herbs, and they'll warm up or cool off just like the crystals do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll
Wow.
warm up and cool off just like the crystals
It's
do.
fun to watch Deanne do
And
the herbs because she's like with her hands way
Oh,
up,
I'm
and
fixing to do
she
it.
does like a whole long. I mean, she's demonstrating. It makes you want to do
I'm gonna do it.
but I'll have them think about it before they ever look the herb up,
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
it's
And then when they
fun.
look the herb up, they're amazed that it's for what they wanted it.
Yeah,
And that's that intuition.
Yeah, that's one way of teaching people to use your intuition. It took me
Yeah,
a long time to where I I was doubting myself, even after opening the store.
of course. Yeah,
Using
we all
my
have
own
that.
intuition, I was doubting myself And yeah, both met my brother, who is just awesome. Um,
Yes, we
he
got to have him on the show one day too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Astral travel show, maybe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but he's told me stop doubting yourself.
Yes. And
You
you've
know,
had people come in the store and tell you that it was going to be successful.
just about every reading I've had for the store, just about anybody that's come in and spent any time in the store have told me that it's going to be very successful.
Yep.
That it's going to keep growing and keep growing. As a matter of fact, I think that was one of the first readings Lisa gave me. For we have the healing rooms, which Lisa is one of them. Marlena and Marissa are my three readers, and then I have April as a Reiki healer, and I have Michael as a Reiki healer. And before they can come back here, they have to, with the readers especially, I get them to do 3 readings for people they don't know. And Lisa didn't even know me. It just happened that somebody come in that knew her, and I was needing a reader at the time, so they gave her my card, and she called me wanting to come in, and she came in and didn't know nothing about me and read me like a book. But
She
one
is
of the things,
good.
oh, she's awesome.
She's so good.
Yeah. But one of the things she read on was the store. And was it not that the store was going to be successful, Lisa?
I'm sure it was, but I just don't remember readings. It's embarrassing. Like I do a reading, a lot of times I can't remember a thing, and I like do this a lot, like on the phones or at the shop when I'm doing them there. In person, I do remember people. I remember their faces and the general topics, but I can't remember specifics. I can't remember names. I can't even remember what we talked about sometimes. Like at all. And
It's too much.
I feel like when I don't think it's too
yeah.
much. I think it's like the guide's protecting their information from me just sitting with it. You know, that's what I tell people. I don't really know. I really don't know why. I do have a bad memory, but it's not that bad. It's where they walk out the door and I can't, it's just really strange.
That's an awesome way to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyone who would like to come see Amethyst Sage and Deanne and Marlena and Marissa, and whenever I get back there, I'll be up there. And if you're in a local, you can go to 1809 Highway 31, Hartselle, Alabama. And the phone number is 256. Wait, let me see. We got it. 502-8888. Yeah, I got it. All right. And so yeah, you go visit that shop, you will have a good time. And
Her
maybe you
Facebook
get a
page
discount.
too.
If you mention this podcast, you get a discount on my jewelry. 15% off.
15%. Okay. I'll have to make a
And
note.
she's got a Facebook page too for the store.
Yeah, the Facebook, and
as
we'll put the
well.
links. We'll put links to the store in the description of the podcast. And Deanne, we would love to have you back to talk about candle work if you want to.
I love candle work.
I'm sorry it took so long to get on here this time.
Me too. Yeah, it's chaos right now. Everything is just chaos.
Yes.
You have to go with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Better late than never.
It happens when it's supposed to.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And listeners, thank you for listening. If you'd like to be a guest, you can email me at lisa@we'reallpsychic.com. And Misty, thank you. Deanne, thank you.
Thank you. It was fun.
You.
And goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.